60 men sailed from Cape Town. Merchant mariners, navy, gunners. A 19-year-old cadet who had never fired a gun in anger. They were aboard a ship built in 90 days, welded, not riveted. Cheap, not mighty. Her name was Stephen Hopkins. She carried war supplies, not weapons. And in the fog of the South Atlantic, she sailed directly into the jaws of a German killing machine. 3 minutes after they saw the enemy, the first shell hit. What happened next? The Nazis refused to believe. To understand why this battle should never have happened, you must first understand the ship herself. The SS Stephen Hopkins was a Liberty ship president. Roosevelt's ugly duckling. Her entire armament consisted of a single 4-inch gun on the stern and a few machine guns. Her opponent, the German Raider Steyr. Beneath her false deck panels lay 6 5.9-inch naval rifles, torpedo tubes, and enough firepower to obliterate any convoy escort. On paper, this was not a battle. It was an execution, but the Germans forgot one thing. They forgot to tell the Americans they were supposed to die quietly. September 27, 1942. When the Steyr emerged from the fog at 1,000 yards, the first salvo struck the Stephen Hopkins before the Americans could reach their guns. Lieutenant Willett was hit in the stomach by shrapnel in the opening seconds. Instead, bleeding, his uniform torn open. AWOC. 2D. 4-inch gun on the stern. It was Sank. He simply refused to do it lying down. The order was given turn Tessib. Present. The stern, make the 4-inch gun the only target. It was a suicide maneuver, but it was also the only maneuver. Here is what the German captain did not expect. The Americans could shoot. Willett's gun crew fired their first round and hit. Second round, hit. Third, hit. One of those early shots struck the Steyr's rudder, jamming it hard over. But the Steyr had 6 guns too, Hopkins 1. Shell after shell smashed into the Liberty ship. The engine room took a direct hit. The ship went dead in the water. Then a large caliber shell struck the stern gun position. The entire crew of the 4-inch gun was killed instantly. The battle should have ended there. But then a 19-year-old merchant marine cadet named Edwin O'Hara looked at the silent gun and made a decision. He had never been trained on the 4-inch gun, but he loaded the weapon, aimed it at the enemy, and fired. And then again. And again. 5 shells remained in the ready box. O'Hara fired all 5. All 5 hit. Both ships were now dying. The Stephen Hopkins sank stern first, her colors still flying. 19 survived the battle and made it to a single lifeboat. Lieutenant Willett refused to place until every other man was aboard. Then he collapsed. He died that night. For his actions, Kenneth Willett was awarded the Navy Cross posthumously. 19 men entered the lifeboat. The journey took 31 days. When they finally reached the coast of Brazil, only 15 remained. They asked only one question. Did we sink it? The answer came later, from captured German documents. The Steyr, mortally wounded by an American merchant ship and a teenage cadet, was scuttled by her own crew. Her captain reported that he had been engaged by a heavily armed cruiser. He never learned the truth. In the vast, bloody history of World War II at sea, this is a small story, but it contains the entire war in miniature. The unpreparedness, the courage, the impossible odds, and the ordinary people who somehow, impossibly, prevailed. They were not supposed to win. They didn't know that.